the Colorado Buffaloes, Boulder, Colorado. As we see a squad from the Big 12, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Colorado Buffaloes. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Horned Frogs will kick it off to get us underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Colorado's offense will have the possession of the game. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense is vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one, Dave.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number one.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Might be changing the route. To the air, it's De La Rosa. Makes the grab. He's knocked down just the 30 at the 29-yard line. It brings up fourth down. And the Buffaloes will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and just like that, they'll have to give it up. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. So TCU's offense has the ball for the first time. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust.
There he goes. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
Defense, man, you got to go low and you got to chop that tree down, right? Go with the legs, take the legs out from underneath them so he can't continue to churn those puppies out and get extra yards after contact like he did there.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. The Horned Frogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Fires to the big fella. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on first down. He caught it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. If you don't tip the scales at 3 bills, stay on the sidelines. Big boys in the goal line D. A first down run on the doorstep. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. At the 35, he's open. stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. They couldn't draw up a better way to start a drive, and now they've got it 1st and 10 from the 41. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Red pass, it's complete. Breaks into the open. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. 1st down here for the offense. Give to the back. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Wants to throw. It's De La Rosa. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Out of the gun to give to the back. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. Got it, looking for a 1st. He gets right to the edge of the red zone. He's out of bounds at the 20. And the Buffaloes come to the line in the hurry-up. Rides the back and leaves it. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
It's really nice to see this offense bounce back. That first possession, man, they go 3 and out. They really struggled, and now starting to put a drive together, get their feet a little bit wet. Now you can see the start.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Buffaloes! A methodical drive, soul-crushing, spirit-breaking, and it ends in a touchdown.
And listen, I know everybody wants the big plays, the big, long touchdowns and all that stuff, but putting a drive together like that is very difficult to do time and time again, and it's demoralizing for the defense. Great drive by the offense.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Gives it on the option. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
Looking for a man. It's Wilkins. A little screen to the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
This offense is going to try and stretch the field vertically and horizontally. They did their throwing it to their running back, but the defense, they were in perfect position to make that play for no gain.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Algier. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage.
When they try to spin it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And the Horned Frogs will bring the punt team onto the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. On the option. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. First play of the period will be a second down. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Got his man down the middle. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Man, it's so nice to have a quarterback who doesn't flinch. You watch it, man. He's hanging in there, right? Hanging in there. Takes some time for those routes to get down the field. Gets hit as he throws it, but delivers the ball, a catchable ball down the field, and makes the big play. Nice toughness by that young man. And not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
They'll give him maybe one on the play. It's down to the 20. Here they come facing third and long from the 20. To the air, it's De La Rosa. Going for it all. Knocked away, incomplete, and quarters get tight in the red zone.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this.
Converts on fourth down. Still going. He is down at the one. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
Well, to heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal of where they were on that fourth down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
The Buffaloes trying to cash it in on first and goal. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, the offense just trying to go with a little touch pass this time, down close to the goal line, giving it to the receiver and hoping his speed is going to be able to outflank the...
Touchdown, Colorado! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that drive covered just 44 yards. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Wide open downfield. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Looking to throw, it's Wilkins. Outside the pocket, lets it go. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. The offense has it now at the 48-yard line, first and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man downfield. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. The Horned Frogs will snap it on first and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And you will always remember your first. And how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
Off the play fake on first down. He's going to take off. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
And defensively, you've got to know this guy, man. He's got some real...
Turning it on. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Extending the play. Back open in the middle. On his feet at the 40. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
And the Buffaloes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. He got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Wow. I don't love that throw by the QB, man. It's not a good idea to lob the football anywhere in the middle of the field because it gives defenders an opportunity to rally to the ball and knock it away.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Trying to do it on the ground. That will be enough to move the chains and give him a first down in the red zone at the 14. That's the mindset of this entire offense. They're not going to let you off the hook just because it's 4th and 1.
And that running back, he wanted the ball, too. You could see there right after the third down play, looking at his sideline, saying, give me the ball. I want to go get this. I'm going to make a play for my team. And he comes through big time.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Running back searching for a hole. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of interest in this CUSA showdown today, so let's catch you up to speed on things. Western Kentucky is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. These toppers have picked themselves up before, and they're capable of it again today. They're trailing by 11 to Jacksonville State. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward in a game that could shake up the CUSA race significantly.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's Wilkins. Got his man. There he goes. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Algier.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. The throw. He's got his man, makes the grab. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Oh, they're after him. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Horned Frogs will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Scanning the field, it's De La Rosa. Lets it fly. He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Inside the 40. The 30. The 20. Going the other way, and he takes it all the way back. Oh, what a way to finish the half, and what a disastrous way for this offense.
And just when you thought this half was going to end ho-hum, the offense coughs it up, and the defense is able to not only recover the fumble, but they take it back for a touchdown. They steal more points before heading in at halftime.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far today in Boulder, and welcome in to the halftime update. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that said, let's send it back to the fellas at Folsom Field.
And the Buffaloes will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops. So this is a critical drive here for this offense.
And a nice crisp run. Great job. Maybe expecting pass, in second down, but really good job running the football, committing to it, getting the first down.
From the gun, give on the inside. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
Back to pass, it's Wilkins. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Firing to the right, complete. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The Horned Frogs come to the line with a new set of downs. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Got it in the middle. It's Algier. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. And the Horned Frogs can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass. It's complete to the left. Touchdown, TCU! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Great example of how a 2nd half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. 1st half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Their lead now down to 14. Might feel a little game pressure on this drive. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. The Buffaloes come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Back to pass, it's De La Rosa. Grabbed in the middle, it's Kingsbury. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. Second down, they'll go to the air. Looking to scramble. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Using the quick game. Breaks into the open. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
They'll run it from the gun. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. And the Buffaloes come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback may change this route. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. On the run, fires downfield. Intercepted. Got some room to run. He's at the 40. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They go to the ground. Got enough space. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. Let's see what he can do with the return. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Hard running there. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The RPO complete. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
Great effort by the defense here. Offense trying to go wide receiver screen. How about the speed on defense rounding to the football?
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's De La Rosa. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. And the Buffaloes want to move quickly.
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today.
Well, the good news is after that 2nd pick of the 3rd quarter now for this guy, they're still winning the game, but they are living dangerously right now. And they can't expect to hold on to that if this guy keeps making bad decisions like we've seen here now in the first period of the 2nd half.
And it's got to be frustrating because you always talk about taking care of the football, and you've got to lead in the 2nd half. You need your quarterback to play smart.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. This one's complete. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. Guys, Colorado has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. The Horned Frogs really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. To throw, it's Wilkins. He's going for the big play. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Horned Frogs will send out the punt unit. Here's the return. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oaks. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it.
Oh, he's got some space. Talk about a timely run. Gets the first down. Clock keeps moving as they try to finish the deal. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Right back to the well. Still running at the 40. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. The Buffaloes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Makes the grab on the left. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. From from the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Yeah, and I think on that third down and short call, I honestly think that they thought it was going to be a fourth down situation. Now it's 4th and 2. I think this offense was ready for this opportunity, and I think they're going to go.
Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. Got enough to move the sticks, first down from the 17. And the Buffaloes have taken it inside the 20. The RPO, it's complete. He's trying to get it in. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Buffaloes will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Snagged out of the air. Touchdown, Bucs! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
Looking downfield, it's Wilkins. Bringing the heat. Took a shot as he threw. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy in front.
I think at this point of the game now in the second half, down by as many points as they are, it's going to be really hard for the offense to sprinkle in the run. They tried it there, it didn't work. I think you got to be thinking about the passing game now and start trying to identify playmakers out in the perimeter of the field that can get you.
Turning it on! He's at the 40. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Makes the catch. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. The Horned Frogs are rolling down the field. He'll pull it on the read. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, TCU!
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the 4th quarter.
Lining up from the 34 on 1st down. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's got it on the right. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
And what a nice play by the DB. You have to understand, that wide receiver gets that ball that quick. It's tough to get him on the ground. Nice job getting a hold of him, getting him on the ground for no gain.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's De La Rosa. Pressure coming. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. So the defense trying to protect the lead, but they could also put a punctuation mark on this thing and end it with a big turnover. To the air on first down. Plucks it out of the air. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Wants to go up top. Grabbed behind the line. It's Algier. On the move at the 30. Oh, there's an alley-oop. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Game is tied. Just a few minutes to play, and we'll see if this defense can stop a scoring drive. There he goes! Whistle blows, clock stops, and there are 2 minutes left to play in this one. Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Leaves it with the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Went with the running game on first down, now back at it. He'll run it again. Can't get him to the ground. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. A tie game here late, and they do not want to give up this football. They'll go for it on 4th down. Going for the marker on the ground. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
And in these situations, you're never looked at poorly, right? You can go for these situations because it's a really long field goal. So it's not a guaranteed make, or I can be aggressive offensively, and I like the choice. Be aggressive, get the 1st down. Nice job by the offense.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Fight that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the 1st down.
The give to the tailback. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining. The Buffaloes trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Trying to bull his way in. Touchdown, Buffaloes! And inside of that to go, they've got the lead.
Man, what a great job with the execution in a moment where you had to have it. You score the touchdown, you take the lead. There's less than a minute to go in this game. All your defense has to do now is get a stop and you win.
He'll return it. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Looking downfield, it's Wilkins. Under fire. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Here's a heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
This offense is up against it here. Trailing late in the game. The defense knows they're going to throw the football. 1st down, they get sacked. 2nd down, incompletion. There's no mystery what's happening here. Quarterback's just going to have to make a play on 3rd down.
And with that incompletion, man, it's go time. Like this offense, there's no more holding back. They've got to have this play. Trailing, they need a big play. Which one on that play call sheet is your go-to play in this moment when I gotta have it?